All right. Over the years, my brother has had like some real interesting characters that work for him and shit. I mean, we had Big Larry, we had Fruity, we had Bop. One of the most outstanding characters. I ain't gonna say his real name. I'll just say his name was. I don't know. Let's say his name was Jupiter. I don't know. Let's say his name was Daryl. Right? You know, he was a short cat. And he knew my brother from way back. They grew up together and they were real tight. And he used to work for my brother when they was up at Saturday Night Live. And Dick Ebersol he really liked this guy because he was real smart, and he had a scholarship to Colgate University as well as Stanford, and he could have went to either school, but he decided he didn't want to go, because he was kind of like the black John Belushi, but he wasn't famous. I mean, he was off the hook, you know what I'm saying, with the drinking and the getting high and everything. And what ended up happening with this guy is he became, drinking can make you obnoxious, you know what I'm saying? So one night we was in LA, we went to this club, not a club, but a restaurant called La Familia. Dean Martin used to eat in there. I actually seen the real Dean Martin. He's sitting at his table, he's eating his spaghetti or whatever, And we're over here chilling, we eating out, whatever, waiting for our stuff. And then Daryl walks in. Then Daryl walks in and he's real drunk. And when he came in, he looked at the whole table and he was, how they get like this, like in Scarface. So start good night to the bad guy. He was just like that, man. He came in and we was all at the table and he went down the line and there was Artel Neville. Remember Artel Neville from E? She was there and she was talking to my brother. And he goes down the line insulting everybody at the table. He tells, like it was me, my cousin Ray, Big Fruity, Larry, this guy named Dougie, my brother, and Artel Neville. And he goes to each guy and says how he would whip that person's ass and knock them out, and I'll slap you, Charlie, I'll knock you out, and Ray, I'll whip the shit out of you, and Larry, I'll hit you with a gut punch, and blah, blah, blah. Charlie, I'll knock you the fuck out, bitch. And you, Ray, you may be big. I'll beat the shit out of you, faggot. Fuck all of you. Big Larry, I hit you with a fucking gut punch in your fucking big stomach. Greedy motherfucker. I mean, he was being real offensive, man. And when somebody tell me they're gonna knock me out, man, it's real hard not to respond at this, on the spot. I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad my brother Vernon wasn't there, because I'm telling you, he would have tore his clothes off right there. He stripped him, dragged him out. You know what I'm saying? But we all had restraint. He went down the line. He said something to Artel that was, I'm not even gonna repeat what he said to her. It was off the hook. He went over the line with her. He said something to my brother. In fact, I know what he said. He called it, because, even though Daryl. Because Daryl, even though he's black, he insults like a white man. And one of his favorite insults, he could say this like nobody else. He's, you fucking moron. Fuck you. Right? Called my brother a moron, yo. I've never been called a moron by anyone in my life but him. You know what I'm saying? The way he would say it, it would really make you angry. Especially, he had a way of doing it, man. That's all I can say. And he would call anybody that. He'd call my brother that. He'd call me that. He called his brother. That was his bread and butter, his 1-2 punch, moron. All right? I remember one night we was in his club, right? L.A. We come out the club, and this guy had set up a barbecue pit right in front of the door. We walk out the club. The barbecue smell hits you. You just come out the club dancing and all that. You with it, because you ain't thinking about barbecue at 3 in the morning, but that shit was smelling good, right? We get in line. As we get to the front of the line, I look on the grill. There's 2 guys in front of us, and there's 3 sausages on the grill. The guy behind us was a gangbanger. He had colors on and the whole shit. He was with like 4 other cats. He looks on the grill, and he counts how many sausages is on there. So he knew that once we get up there, it's gonna be no more. So he starts going through the whole gangbanger. You cook, fuck that shit, cook. Look here, knuckle. Let's get my squab on, cuz. I'm hungry, knuckles. Gonna get that sausage, cuz. And I was like, yo, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to get shot with no AK-47 over Frank. You know what I mean? Turns around and goes, fuck you, you fucking moron. And I seen the wheels turning in this cat's head. He said, moron? What's a moron, cuz? Luckily, none of them knew what a moron was, man. Or I wouldn't be telling you the story. On that, I was like, look, we got credit cards, we got money, and I'm not getting, let's go. I had to drag him off the line. He was gonna challenge some gangbangers, man, over Frank, man. It ain't worth it. He was off the hook with his shit, man, with his insults, you know? And the way he would say moron, yeah, you fucking moron. Fuck you, pal. It was like pouring acid on you, man. He had a talent with that, man. So we all get up, we go to the car, and he comes out. And we're like, yo, hey, we're going to the Beverly Center to get him to think that that's where we're going. So we get in the car, we go straight back to the house. Get to the house, and all the way there, everybody's like talking about what just finished happening. Like, yo, man, this guy really, he's lucky that he knew us as long as he knew us, because, man, anybody else would have did what he just did, man. They would have got, I'm telling you, they would have got done. We go in the house, and everybody's going in different directions. So I'm in the kitchen, and it was this guy named Roughhouse. All these characters that had these funny names and shit that worked for my brother. There was this guy named Roughhouse. He had a girl like this. He looked like a bulldog. He was a big fat motherfucker. Now he works for He's still doing security. He needs to stop. He's almost 60. He can't fight. All right? And I want everybody out there to know that has fake security. All right? Okay? His security is the guy. He has 1 foot in the wheelchair. Trust me. Anyway, Anyway, Roughhouse is sitting there, and Roughhouse used to like to fuck with me too. We used to have this like playing the dozens or whatever you want to call it. And you try to say something funny about me, and I try to say something funny about him. And we walk in the room, and Roughhouse is now teasing me because Daryl told me he was gonna knock me out. Yeah, Charlie, that little motherfucker said he's gonna knock you the fuck out, Charlie. Hee. Right? And I'm like, yo, whatever, man. But I tell you what. If I ain't know him, I'm telling you, man, on the serious side, I was getting ready. That really was hard for me not to get up and drill him right there, man. But as I'm saying this, I feel 2 hands grip on the side of my face like this, and then I hear, you fucking moron. And it was him, man. He had my head like this, and he tried to slam it onto it was like a nook that I was standing next to. It was marble. He tried to slam my head on there. So when I heard his voice, my head was going. I was able to power out of it because he didn't have good leverage. He was pulling from, he was short. But I got real mad, man. That, you already disrespecting me in public. Now I don't know how you got in the house. You're in the house and you're grabbing my head and you're trying to slam it on. So I started beating on him at that point. So he was like in front of me. I was going to the body, boom, 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 warming up his ribs. And he didn't want to hit, he didn't want no more, so he grabbed my hands and was trying to hold my hands, and I was struggling to try to, to get loose, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know about circular motion back then, I was trying to get loose, and my hand, he started losing his grip, and he grabbed my sweater, and he held on to my sweater while I was trying to punch, and he stretched the sleeve when he let go, the sleeve was touching the ground. I was standing up, and the sleeve of my sweater, this is a $500 sweater, man. You know, this is back in like in 90-something. But, you know, $500 sweater to me, hey, man, you just fucked up some nice shit. That I don't got a lot of $500 sweaters. Shit was down to the ground. And I look at the sweater on the ground, and I hear Rough House go, shit, look at y'all, you like a clown. And it just infuriated me, man. So I pulled up my shit, bunched it up. As soon as my fist popped out, and as I popped my fist out, Daryl. Daryl added more fuel by looking me dead in the eye and saying, fuck you, pal. Man, boy, whew, I had dynamite. I put it on his chin. What? And he slid across the floor like this. And skidded to a hole. He was knocked out cold, man. His jaw was cracked. He's knocked out cold. So all my rage was in that punch. You know, he was laying on the ground. He was sprawled out. And then Randy gets up and starts, you know, trying to wake him up. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to really, I'm thinking about stomping him. But I'm like, you know what? I know his mother, man. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't stomp, because he was there to be stomped. I mean, with no resistance. But I said, you know, I know his mother. So I went upstairs, and I was in the room, and I was like, wow, I can't believe what just happened, you know? Because that was like almost like beating up your cousin or somebody that you knew for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of fucking with me, right? And then, you know, I was in a room that had a patio and had a big door, and the door was open. And I'm standing there, I'm like, damn, I can't believe what I just did, man. Wow, man, I lost it. And I heard something outside the window go, it's not fucking over. I want more. Come out, you fucking pussy. I want more. And I realized that this nigga's outside, man. He wants more, right? And then my brother came in the room, and I looked at my brother, and we stood there for about maybe 3 minutes, but we kept hearing like a cat whining outside the window. You punch like a bitch. I want more. I want more. I want more. Finally, yo, I was like, you know, all that shit about knowing your moms and all that shit was out the window, man. My brother looked at me, he's like, yo, go finish him off. I was like, no problem. I went downstairs, boy. I went to work on this midget. The nigga's not there. He had a Napoleon complex, man. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm going to tell you like this. I don't got no problem with beating up any motherfucker. I don't care how, because you might be saying, oh, he beat up a little nigga. I beat up big niggas too, all right? You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. This, you know, big niggas don't usually just want to just do the stupid shit, though. You know what I'm saying? It's always a clown. This nigga's about this high. He had a Napoleon complex. And me and him used to roll. We would go to a bar, and he would find the biggest nigga in the club and steal on him, and then me and him got to do the nigga up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stopped going out with him, because he had a Napoleon complex. But anyway, so I go downstairs. I put a wreck on him. I mean, it was bad, man. So after I put this wreck on him, he's out. He's laid out. I'm like, I'm going back upstairs. You know what I'm saying? They wake him up, and the cats just taking him to take him off the property. I think at the time I was about $170 or whatever. These cats was like $250, $270. They was big. And my man, you know, they took him to the car, and he was like, get in the car, man. And he just looked at all three of them, he said, fuck you, pal! Whop, 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 and did a combo, triple fired on 3 giants. You ever used to read Beetle Bailey? Like when the Sarge used to fuck him up and he would be like, look like dirty laundry, like just balled up, like a bag of laundry. That's when they finished beating him, he like a bag of dirty laundry, man. Like you just think he's ready to go be washed. And they picked him up, they threw him in the car, he was all busted up, and they drove down the hill. Now this motherfucker had because when I had him, I'm telling you, I took the boy to the brick oven. I made pizza with his face. I demolished it. And then when they got on him, they put the crust on him. They fucked him up, man. He was fucked up bad. They take him down to the gate, threw him in the bushes, right? Told him to get the fuck out of here. You think, okay, it's all over with. They get back up to the house. We sitting in the kitchen and then we start hearing boom, 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 boom. And it had a monitor, right? So we look at the monitor, his face was like somebody had a Halloween mask on, pushing it on the camera. And it was him, and he was going, come out, that much more. Boom, 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 boom. You're a bunch of pussies and you can't punch. Boom, 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 boom. What's the matter? You're afraid to come out? Come out and play. Boom, boom. Oh, man, this went on for like 45 minutes, man. And then, to take you to the Twilight Zone, a limo pulls up. Now, the night before that, I ran the Blade Barkley. He used to be the middleweight champion. He lost his title to James Lights Out Tony. And he took a tremendous beating, tremendous. You know what I'm saying? And his face was, I mean, his face was bad, man. You know, he looked like he required surgery. You know, and the weird shit about it was, you would think that somebody whose face was like that and got it whipped like that would go to the hospital and stay for at least a month or whatever. But he went to a comedian's house. Maybe he had lost his mind or whatever. He was crazy. Because you supposed to go to the hospital, you go to Eddie Murphy's house. He came straight from his ass whipping, flew from Vegas to Eddie's house. We didn't even know him that good. We didn't know, it wasn't like he was in our family, dog. You know what I'm saying? We knew him like, see the club, yo, the Blade, what's up, man? And then you get whipped out and you come straight to us. So we didn't know what to say to the brother, you know what I'm saying? We came over, his face was fucked up. All we could say is, damn, you know, you want a drink? You know, because I know in the cowboy movies, you know what I'm saying, they give you something to drink, pull a tooth or whatever. His face, maybe it ease the pain, give him some whiskey. You know what I'm saying? So we offered him a drink, but I'll never forget what he said. Man, my man came, he was like, yo, as bad as my face is, man, whoever that cat at the gate is, his face made my face feel better. I feel better, man. He wanted to go to the club after that. He didn't think his face was that bad. He drove in, he seen Daryl. He was like, damn, what the fuck happened to him? Daryl was like this. Fucking bitches. Then you can fight, you fucking moron. Boom, 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 boom. Till 5-0 came and got him, man. 5-0 had to handle that. They had to, you know, because it was either call the cops or kill him. You know, we didn't want to go there. We know his mama, you know what I'm saying? So 5-0 handled him. They took him out of there, man.
All right, let's go. All right, cut.